I'm Anil Kumar. We are practicing how to factor sum and difference of cubes. The question here is express as product and simplify all factors. A to the power of 6 plus B to the power of 9. That is the first question for you. The second one is 64p to the power of 6 minus 1 to the power of 6, right? That is also 1, correct. Now, let's begin to factor this. Now, this is to the power of 6. What you've learned so far is factoring sum of cubes, right? So, you've learned that a cube plus b cube is equal to a plus b times a square minus ab plus b square. This is what you've learned. And in case it is minus here, then this is minus and that is plus. You've also learned difference of squares, which is a square minus b square could be written as a plus b times a minus b. Now, in solving these questions or factoring what you're given here, you may have to apply both these formulas. That's the reason I've given you these. Now, I think you can pause the video and answer the question. So let's see how to do it. So first, let me write them as cubes. So 2 times 3 is 6. So I could write this as, let me write this as a square cubed. Do you see that? So when you multiply, you get 6 plus for b, 9 divided by 3 is 3. So we can write b cube cubed. Do you see? That is how you can write as a cube. Now once you have written it as a cube, you can actually apply the formula, right? So we'll say the first term will be a square plus b cubed. Do you see that? So these are the terms which you have to write. And then square of all this. So square of a square is to the power of 4. Then you multiply these two with a negative sign. So we get a square b cubed plus square of b cubed, which is b to the power of 6. You get a result, right? So that is how you can get result of such a question. Now this cannot be further factored, so that is your final answer, right? Let's do the next one. Here, 64. 64 is cube of what? 4 times 4 is 16 and 16 times 4. So it is 4, right? Now, p to the power of 6, we could write this as p square and whole cube. Do you see that? That's how we can write this. And 1, of course, you can write this as 1 cube. It's not a good idea to write like this, but I'm just helping you out to understand the concept, okay? But it's not a good idea, so I'll remove it. Okay, great. So 1 is, it could be treated as 1 square, 1 cube, anything, right? Now, we'll apply this formula. So we have 4p square minus, so it is minus, times minus 1, of course, this term square. So square of 4 is 16, don't forget that, and then p to the power of 4. So that is the square of the first term plus product of these two, that is 4p square itself, and then plus 1 square, which is 1, correct? Now this term is also a perfect square, correct? We could actually write this as, let me rewrite. This is like 2p whole square. Do you see that? Minus 1. Do you see that? So I'm just rewriting and then we'll write down the result, okay? Plus 4p square plus 1. So we'll apply difference of squares this time on this formula. So we have 2p plus 1 times 2p minus 1 times the other factor, which is 16p to the power of 4 plus 4p square plus 1. So that is our final answer, right? So this is the result of factoring the given term. So I hope you understand how to combine the difference and sum of cube formulas with a difference of squares formula. I'm Anil Kumar and I hope that helps. Thank you and all the best.